All right. Guys, welcome into your video. Let's see what's going on here for you, Leo. All right, show me. Second week of June for my Leos. What is the situation, please? Oh, I like that. Not an easy thing to do, I'll tell you that much. Wow. Like I said, not an easy thing to do. Wow. Who would think that this was the most positive of these four? This is closing the door to your past, Leo. This is saying goodbye. Thank you. I have fond memories of the past, but it's time to close this door behind me. No matter how hard it is for you, feeling left out in the cold, heartbroken. But something had to be done here with this unrequited love. Nobody wants to be with somebody that doesn't feel the same way as they do. Or at least that's your perception. Or theirs. Guess what's interesting? The Wheel of Fortune is hooking it up for you. They're helping you. The closer we inch to your birthday, Leo, the closer we get for Jupiter coming into your sign. It's been 12 fucking years. And in the last 12 years, it's been struggle. Yes, you guys have been on the struggle bus. But once it hits, all bets are off and all luck turns your way. This was a triggering event from the universe. The Wheel of Fortune said, I did that. Thank you. You're welcome. You feel like shit. You feel left out in the cold and in pain. Spirit's still saying, you're welcome, because this is coming in and this will overshadow this. Just be patient. Now, what's coming in towards my Leos, please? What's coming in? Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Look at this. You guys. Wow, there's two kings. Okay. With you, monkey in the middle. You are nurturing, you are loving, you are kind and caring, Leo, and you want to find your stability. Here you are, though, with somebody that has matching energy to yours. Fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You look like two people who are available for each other, but so does this person at the bottom of the deck. The King and Queen of Pentacles, stable together. But are you anything else? Because that person seems to be very passionate, very fiery, lots of chemistry. Someone very much like your vibe tribe. Let's see. But I see you trying to bury yourself in work. Like you're keeping your head down. Yeah, you're trying to make sure you are in check. Now, what is the surprise of the week here? Sorry, I'm like quiet like this because I'm getting downloads at the same time. I also wanted to make this comment. Surprise for Leo this week, Spirit. From now on, I'm probably going to do a lot of my communicating through my Instagram channel, Elpis Enlightenment. So if there's any channel updates, they're going to be there. It's just easier because I check it often, that in my email, elpistarot@gmail.com. So if somebody bought like an extended and it didn't go through, this is the fastest way. You DM me or you email me. Otherwise, in my stories, I'm going to put updates. There was a lot of static recently, the last 2 days, on a lot of the videos. And I personally feel like because we're going through a timeline shift, there's a great schism that's currently happening, plus the rare blue moon. It's been affecting my channels. I'm telling you, heavy static has been coming in. And when I hear static like that, for me, it's angels descending into your reading because they're vibrating on a different frequency. And those megahertz that comes through as static, that's them. So sometimes I like to just, let you guys know why there's a delay, etc., etc. Anyway, Back to you. Seven of Swords talks about the things you do in the shadows. You're sneaking around. Others of you, you're quietly strategizing something at work. What is the advice here for Leo? Leo, if you're sneaking around or you're having an affair or you're doing something quietly or if you're strategizing something at work, we'll see why that's there when we clarify. I understand, and I don't know why I feel this way, but for some of you, I feel like this is sort of strangely enough is necessary, that it has to be quiet. Not that because you're going to get caught, but if you're strategizing something at work, releasing your plans early might not be such a great idea. But we'll see what the advice says. Look, in one avenue, I get it. This is why I felt what I felt. I understand now. With the Nine of Wands and Cross, if you're dealing with more than one person, if you're dealing with two people, one of these people, you have to protect yourself against it. The other one, you just kind of have to lower your boundaries. But the person that you have to, present boundaries or kind of like secretly protect yourself is probably why you have to keep this quiet. But overall, the message is you're torn. You have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. All right? With a lover, lovers is always a choice. Do you move it along, or are you going to do with the lovers? I mean, I'm telling you right now, by the end of June, you're moving it along. You're going to be working it out with whoever you've been trying to develop a connection with. We'll see more when we clarify. What is the outcome of the week? When the card wants to come out, it will. Seven of Pentacles talks about pausing and reflecting. This is marriage and commitment. This is a job. This is a career. You've been there for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, even 5. You're saying, I'm going to take one of these pentacles and plant it in someone else's backyard because this might be done. This is golden beautiful now, but it's about to turn brown to shit quickly. And if I made this here, I can make it there. But it has everything to do with this lover, whom you seem to be having something going on in the shadows. Boundaries. The universe triggering this event for you because you are somewhere stuck in a current life pattern that is not evolving. It is so you can get to this place, the Ten of Cups. Perhaps it's born out of an affair or something flingy. I see you going back and forth, telling them your blocks, obstacles, and challenges. There is an ending and a betrayal, but then there's breadcrumbs. Oh, be careful with this. All right, let's continue because that's like third week of June stuff. Let's start clarifying all of these things here. All right, what is all of this over here, Spirit, for my Leo? The Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups, please. Justice, the Ace of Swords, the Devil, and the Hermit. You're retracting energy and you're having an honest conversation with the devil of your life. Not today, motherfucker. I am not having it. This is you. You know something's toxic in your life. You're trying to get rid of it. And I don't know why it's so hard for you to rip away from it, but it's tearing you apart. Like, listen, sometimes the devil talks about obsession, codependency, an addiction, and it's hard to rip away. But this is justice too. Some of you, it's separation, it's divorce. Others of you, justice comes in the form of a reward, a gift, if you will. Because at the bottom of the deck, I do see you upgrading something else. Tell me about this King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, because you, for too friggin' long, Leo, have been acting like an earth sign and you're not. You're a fire sign. Welcome home, baby. Your fire is lit. All right. And now it's time for you to understand that not everyone deserves that access to you. Okay. But this person understands it and can help you harness it. And you know why all those bets are off? Because what goes on up there happens to us down here when the planets shift. And they're all having a party up there. And when they start moving around, and let me tell you, these planets that are moving, they're not ones that move every day, every week, every month, or even every year. These are planets that don't move for like decades. Like 10 years here, 12 years there, 14 years here and there. Okay, Saturn moves every 2 years. But these are planets that are shifting to a whole other pattern of zodiac signs, right? Where the fire and the air signs will benefit from this, especially with Jupiter hooking you up around your birthday season. It's all done. This is the prep season. This is the leading up to that season. And these are the baby steps you're taking at this moment in time, arriving there. All right? Because all your hard work and all your achievements are going to be finally recognized. Now, 9 of Wands in reverse and the Page of Swords. This person is stalking you, but they're doing it openly. Like, you know. This other fire individual or this person that's attracted to you. I could see you healing. You're going to start chit-chatting with them again or soon. You'll be texting. Tell me more about this King of Wands. Oh, yeah, they're coming to talk to you heart to heart. They're finally dropping the boundaries, the borders. They're going to be like, oh, look, there's a soft core over here you're allowed to see now. They're coming to talk to you. And, of course, you're going to engage, but quietly. What's the 7 of Swords? You're like, damn, the person is a friggin' M&M. They're like hard on the outside, but soft on the end. Interesting. The Magician, the Queen of Wands. That's you, baby. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is you, though. Sometimes this means that you could be the mistress in the situation. And here's your card, Strength. Using your strength and your resilience to persevere through a situation. Others of you, this is talking about resisting bullshit or the affair. But you are still manifesting something. Because in your world, in your life, Leo, something has stagnated. Like, you can't be lovers. You have to go on to the next level. You can't stay lovers forever. Number one, it's unsustainable. Number two, what are you, like, going to have this complete imbalance forever? It's not possible. So it needs to move on. Either you move on to the next level and you upgrade your relationship, or it expires. Lovers always expires because you have to make a choice. It's either in or it's out eventually. So we have the Page of Pentacles. Others of you, yes, this is work related. Yes, you are strategizing something quietly through creation. You are creating something and manifesting something, and you're using all your strength and might to not tell what's going on, but you're also learning something in the interim. So you're kind of keeping it quiet. But you're loving it. You're having a great time. Listen, you are very close to ending up in a relationship or a partnership, work or otherwise, where the time is coming very, very soon. Guys, within a month, I feel it in my core, where things are just going to turn around just like that. And come back and tell me so. The 9 of Wands and the 2 of Swords in reverse. Spirit's like trying to tell you, choose so you can pick a path and so you can focus. Yeah, about your affair, about your fling, about your casual thing, your non-committal situation. You guys are going back and forth. If not, you have to. At least so you can make a decision. Because right now you're burdened. This is overwhelming you. Mid-June, don't let this fester. Don't let this carry on. Do what you got to do in June, because July and August is the hookup month. I don't mean like hook up with another person. I mean like Spirit's hooking you up. 7 of Pentacles, the Lovers, please. Share with other Leos if you want to keep this channel rolling, because everyone's like starting to yell at me, where are the other zodiac signs? And I can only do kind of like half. So if you want to stay on the roster, let me know. Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. The problem with the Lovers and why you haven't chosen them yet, or you haven't gone down that path or direction, is because you're afraid. You're how do I put this? You're scared to leave them behind. So regardless if you're leaving them, not leaving them, whoever you're doing this with, you're afraid to move on past them. You have doubts, big ones. So you feel like you shouldn't. Now you're starting to look at your other forms of abundance. You're like, I can live like this. I can live like with no love. I have children for love. I'm going to give you the same homework I gave Aries and Capricorn, and I forgot who else. I'm going to put this also on Instagram. I asked Aries to tell me in the ancient Greek text, they would describe love, right? And they would really break it down. And they would say there's 5 types of love. Actually, there's 8, but there's 5 main ones. If you can understand these 5 different types of love, and you could categorize all your people in that boat, you will know exactly how to treat them and choose them for your life and future path, right? That's also your homework. You could put that in your comments too. So this is half and half. Half of you are staying with a marriage, a commitment, or your old job because you're too scared to leave because you're afraid of the risk, but you're still thinking about moving it on and not doing the Lover. Others of you, it's flipped, but that's the common theme. You're too scared to move forward with this, maybe the marriage or commitment you're really leaving behind, and you're going towards the Lover, but you're afraid to take a risk. You're looking at them as the other form of abundance. Others of you, you're just willing to sacrifice something for something here. We'll see. Love, what you got for us for love for Leo, please? But I want you to remember, above all else, as you're doing this over here, remember your advice and remember why the universe triggered this event in the first place for you. So you can make moves to get happier. Because what you're dealing with is not sustainable. And the person that's probably your lover or whoever you're dealing with, this new romantic interest, they could be the one. The one. Just so you know. All right, let's head on over there and see what's going on. Everybody else, I'll see you next week.